go check out the rest of this just gigantic underground auditorium, and that hole leads up into an above chamber that we were at earlier. It's just straight up, and I mean, it's so big in here the light doesn't even really help. And that's a 45-degree angle straight up. And Buddy's heading over this way. There's the rails. And we got just more of the mine here to see. The ceiling's a good 30, 40 feet high right here. Oh, wow.
All right, so check this out.
So we're about a good 900 feet into this gigantic work header going back to about 1895, and still keeps going pretty deep underground. And that is a original tree support you use for roof supports. That's an actual tree. Its limbs have been lopped off. It's still in place. And that right there is the remains of a rock retaining wall the miners built 25, 30 years ago. So anyway, my buddy went on the other side over there, so we're just going to see how far this goes. Okay, this is it. This bottom of this old slope mine right here, and can't go. We don't. No one's there. No one's been down in here in a long time, so we have no idea what's down here. It just dead ends right here. Starts angling off over here where Josh is.
Look how the rail just comes out right here. Drop it down on the...
Yeah, you can see it curved and started going deeper.
But right here, you see how the rail's coming out?
Yeah.
Because they were still using skip mine, right?
They could have been.
See how this section of rail right here is aimed above the main.
All right, man. It took 1,000 feet off to get between two slope mines. Okay. Okay, we're nearing the bottom end of this slope mine. We thought that we were at the bottom up top due to some old maps we had researched, but this is not even on the maps. So this just keeps going down, and going to find out how far down it goes. But look right over here, these section of rails right here go back to the late 1890s, and you can see they're still in place right here. Pretty historic right here. They just left them. And look how high the ceiling is. And that is a good 100 feet up there. The ceiling's about a good 35, 40 feet. And up through the...
100-foot look up right here.
All right. And that's about a good 100 feet up right there. And, buddy, he's still tracking. heading towards the bottom of the slope right here. And I mean, it just keeps going. So we'll keep going down and see how far it goes. So, all right. Okay, still making our way down this old slope. It was last open about 1905, maybe 1910, the latest. And my buddy, he went on further down, and it's just humongous. Couldn't tell you when the last time anybody ever came in this section. Easily 100 years ago. Because the deeper they went in the mining, they just forgot about all these old sections. We're easily a good 1,300 feet in length, in distance, and we're probably about a good maybe 400 feet, 500 feet in depth. So, all right. Okay, you got the slope right there, and Josh, he was able to find an intact wooden sign that would lead up to the top, and outside it says out. It still has the painted. The wood's really brittle, he said, so he was barely able to pick it up without it breaking, put it on this rock. But that is a very rare, and that is an intact, that's a horseshoe. That's not a mule, that's a horseshoe, because they used horses and mules down in here. So that is pretty historic. Never actually seen one of these. So only seen them in photos. So, okay. All right. Like very unusual. None of this shows up on any of the old mine maps. This is like a gigantic central meeting point of multiple headers. It's completely flat. There's mule shoe prints everywhere, mule shoes, water pipes. The ceiling's about 30 feet high. And we're going to head off over there, but totally uncharted territory, sections of rails, remains of wooden timber supports. Main slope goes up over there. This is a gigantic, good example of what they call the room and pillar mining. And they would leave these central pillars for roof support right there. All right. Just thought I'd video this real quick. We had come across, this could be a place where they kept the horses and mules. This is flat ground right here. It's been hollowed out. I mean, this could very well been underground mule and horse stables in this area, because all of these right here are mule shoe and horseshoe prints. There's hundreds of them right here. I mean, they're just everywhere, totally preserved in time. So this hasn't been washed out or anything. This is just how everything was left 120 years ago. So, all right, and pretty remarkable right there. Don't see those every day. Okay, we're gonna head on down this way, step over the petrified wood right here.
Yeah.
And
so I want you to test out my theory right here. All right, here's a couple of mule shoes right here. You've got a bucket too. I'm wondering if maybe, do you think perhaps that bucket could have been maybe keeping the feed, and that's what they were using? You know,
very
putting it around the
very
necks.
well could be. Very well could be.
That could have been the food right there that the mules may have been eating out of. Pure speculation. All right, now what I find interesting right over in here Now this is going to take your expertise. You have a lot more knowledge than I do, Mr. Tropics. But what I'm seeing right here, it almost looks like a burn right here on the ceiling.
They had a carbide light right there.
You have the lamps right there.
Yeah, there's another mule shoe.
Yep.
This is definitely where they kept the mules back here, and they reshot them. Definitely because they let them out through here.
Yep.
And they probably had this haulage way lit with carbide lights. Right there, like he said, you can see the smoke remains. And there's a pipe. There's another mule shoe. Probably the most mule shoes I've ever seen in a mine.
Yeah, I've never seen this many.
Fixing to leave this mine right here, and Josh had put all this stuff together. Brought it up here to a central point. That's actually a bridle that went on the size of it would have been on a mule. Right there, that's actually leather. First time we've ever seen that. And this is the escapeway sign. It says out. He carried that up here to a central point that we could video it properly. And these are the mule shoes, and the big one is a horseshoe right there. And you can tell they still have little spikes in there from when they shod the mules. And we definitely believe that further down below was where they stored the mules and the horses and fed them. And they shod the horses. They changed out the shoes because there are just mule shoe and horseshoe prints down there, and lots of like I said, mule shoes and horseshoes down below. So, okay, we'll go ahead and get on up out of here. And we only got to explore a small portion of this mine. There's massive sections of this mine that just have not been explored in maybe 100 years. We just don't know.
Yeah, the main point of this mission was just to find out
if we could do it.
mine.
So, all right, good.